Aries, welcome to my channel. We're doing the zodiac readings for Aries, and we're looking at what's happening for you during the month of April. I'm going to do the zodiac reading slightly different this month, guys, where I am not only looking at your current situation with someone, what the energies are with the person that you have in mind, but I'm looking at a past person for those of you interested in a past person, present current person for those of you who are with someone new, focused on a new relationship. Sometimes some of the old energy still lingers when we are dealing with something new, and Spirit wants to guide us through those old energies so that we can fully let in the new. So sometimes they dovetail, but whatever it is that Spirit wants to bring through, that's what it is I'm sharing with you. Past connection, past person, present person, love connection. And then I also want to look at what's happening for you in the area of money, career. That is what I'm feeling called to do for you this month, my collective, and I hope that you enjoy it. To those of you who are new, I'm High Priestess Elif. I'm a medium, so I have Spirit in my ear. I'm constantly channeling Spirit. I read the cards. I don't deviate from the tarot because the tarot is powerful, and Spirit, the message that I'm receiving and what the cards say, they actually just come together beautifully and they dovetail. So it helps me to give you a nice accurate story, a nice accurate message, and to bring you the guidance that you need and whatever it is you need to be aware of, the clarity or the validation. I always ask that you guys trust your own intuition though, first and foremost. All the answers that you need is within you. You already have that. So all I am doing is bringing confirmation from Spirit, and to serve as a light that sort of guides and lights your path and the next step that you need to take. So I always ask that you guys take a few deep breaths, settle into your intuition, and ask your guides and keepers to guide you through this reading, to help you to know and to recognize which parts of the reading is yours. What resonates, take it. If it resonates, claim it without a doubt. If it doesn't fit, don't try and make it fit. It's for someone else. And if it triggers, that, beloved, is where your work begins. Now you've entered a sacred space. The archangels in the north, south, east and west have their sacred flames burning. This reading is begun with a meditation in which I open a channel for remote healing in the area of love and relationship. The foundation of your reality is your relationship with yourself. Giving thanks to the spirits of air, earth, water and fire as they help me to channel your guides and keepers and to bring you messages that serve and not hinder. From a place of truth with clarity and love. Aries, let's begin. So, the number that I'm seeing for you, that's coming up for you during the month of April, is the number 7. It's a powerful number. It's an intuitive number. It's a spiritual number. It also speaks to me of collaborating and bringing people together and having the keen ability to bring out the best in others and to help them to see the best in one another. So I do see that it is going to be a favorable time for you in partnerships, whether it is in the workplace or at home, in love and relationship. I definitely see that you are going to see that you are going to experience a really profound energy around yourself in relation to seeing people in a whole new way, experiencing them in a whole new way. It's as if their strengths are going to be highlighted or pop out at you like this red flashing light, and you will just absolutely recognize it and know how to honor it and know how to bring it together for a very, very favorable outcome. It is definitely that kind of energy that I'm seeing for you. So it's going to be a time for you, Aries, to boost relationships. Okay, so let's look at what is happening for Aries with their past person. This past person, for those of you interested in a past person, whatever it is that you feel, whatever questions you may have, or whatever it is that Spirit wants to bring through to you, this is what we're looking at in relation to a past person. Okay. Right, Aries. So, right, this past relationship seems to seems to have come into your life, and it just happened really quickly. Things happened quickly. There's a lot of passion, a lot of sexual energy. But I don't feel that you felt secure in this relationship. There was a lot of action, a lot of passionate energy, a lot of doing things together, having fun together, partying together, but not really being together, not having the emotional connection that you're supposed to have. For some reason, that just wasn't, that connection was just not there, and it was just not given life. For some of you, this is definitely a relationship in which you guys went outside of the connection on one another. Because you didn't fully know where you stood in this connection, and your person was non-committal, and it could have been both of you. I feel like there was this well, if that's the way you're doing things, I'm going to do things that way as well, and maybe when you figure things out, or maybe it'll help you figure out what I am to you, and then we can actually start taking one another seriously. It appeared to be very open, free, dynamic, liberating, but it wasn't. This connection because you dishonored yourself in essence to fit into some sort of box, and to come across as being detached, and to come across as being independent, and to come across as not really being affected by what this person's doing, emotionally you were starving in this connection. And what I do see is that someone took a leap of faith here, deciding that, look, I don't know where this is going. I'd like to have more. I'm going to just take a leap of faith in this person's direction and hope that it works out for the best, and it didn't. Because it was guided, spiritually guided, so that you could see, or so your person could see that there's no foundation underneath this. It's like this cloud we're floating on, but there's nothing, there's no basis for it. And you found yourself just free falling. You found yourself free falling and feeling like a fool. Because this person did not was not where you went with this, you know? I think that this left you with a lot more questions than answers, than clarity. Even though it was supposed to bring you clarity about a couple of things. And I think it did to an extent, but you still feel like it's left you with a whole lot of answers. What you need to remember is that this helped you to understand that there's a distinct difference between an ideal that you have for a relationship and allowing something to reveal itself to you as real or as true. There's also a distinct difference between what motivates a lot of your desire in relationship at the moment and long-term desire, and that they don't really go together. It's brought you to a place of understanding yourself in this profound way, but also of tuning into your strength. So it looks to me like you are considering the possibility that you guys can have another opportunity when you are both more mature and you've sort of done what you've needed to do. I do feel like there is a romantic offer that is wanting to be made towards you by this person, and I think you know about this. I think you know that this person is probably going to come back around, and from a place of greater sincerity this time. Okay. But what you need to be aware of is that with this past person, even though this offer is really going to bring forward movement, this conversation that you guys are going to have, whether you open the conversation, I feel like someone's really feeling like this chapter is not closed yet and it needs to be addressed one way or the other. The reason why, and you are asking yourself, it wasn't what I thought it was. I got egg on my face. Things didn't work out. That was an opportunity for us to take things further. So why am I still sort of hung up on this? The reason why, and why is this person also still sort of entertaining this opportunity that we had? The reason why this is happening is because you attach this ideal to this person. So as little girls and young men, we start to develop an ideal of a relationship and how we want to feel in it, and we just add to it as the years go by, based on our experiences, or based on what we feel is lacking, based on insecurities, based on many different things. And what we tend to do in some during some phases in our lives at some point is we try and find a person that is going to match what we've materialized in our imagination. And I say materialize not because we've made it real, but because it's real to us. And we believe that's what's going to make us happy and that's what's going to feel right. It is part of our awakening to the deeper version of who we are and our inner voice, which is a distinct difference. There's a distinct difference between your inner voice, your true self, your intuition, your soul self, your ancient self, and this construct of who you are, based on traumatic experiences and stories that you've told yourself, based on experiences with everything and everyone outside of you. Your guidance system is between you, and it is independent of anything that might have happened in this reality or in this world in relation to other people, because your inner voice, your true voice, knows that they don't really hold any power over you. But we do find ourselves living our lives from this place, from this program of, I don't want to re-experience that, or I've seen this, other people experiencing this, and I want that, or I feel like this might be what is missing in my life. And then when we meet these people, we attach this ideal to them, and we don't see them for who they really are. And you and this person have both done this with one another. This is going to be a sincere offer of something more emotional. It's going to come across that way, but it's not, it's more the idea of being loved and being wanted, and not wanting to be rejected, wanting to be validated by the other person. It's not long-term or solid, and it's more about the idea of what this was and what it might have been than you, and vice versa. And because this is not This is not what you think it's going to be long term. And I think in interacting and in the attempt to sort of figure out what this is with this person and if it can go somewhere with this person, you are going to get very clear on that. Okay, because there will be that same energy of competition that's coming up. Okay, and defensiveness. So this, whether you decide to give this another chance, I do see there will be an opportunity for that, Aries. Whether you decide to give it another go or not, it is going in the same direction regardless of how you approach it. Either way, sometimes chaos needs to ensue for harmony to come in. Sometimes things need to be collapsed so that better things can be rebuilt. It's all part of our process. Do what is best for you. Okay. So I'm going to take a look at a new person for those of you interested in a new person next. So if you're not interested in a new person, you can skip right ahead to the cards I pull in relation to money and career for you. And if you're not interested in that, and this is where you say goodbye, Aries, I hope that you enjoyed this reading. Thank you for being here with me. Don't forget to like this video. It really helps my channel. And it helps other people who need to receive these messages to have access to them. If it resonates, this message resonates with you in any way, please comment. Let me know how. I really enjoy reading all of your comments. And if this is where you say goodbye, love and light. Right, Aries, so now we're taking a look at a present person. For those of you interested in a present person, we're taking a look at what's happening for you in love and relationship with this new person, this present, current person in your life. Let's see. Okay, so with this new connection, Aries, you've just been intuitively guided and inspired towards this person. Just feeling it's the right thing to do. Just feeling that this person, this connection feels right, and really feeling guided spiritually, guided by your heart and your soul. In a way that you can't explain or describe, and you're just going with it. That this is where you should be. Now, a couple of things have come up in this connection where you're dealing with a lot of different things. And it doesn't have to be directly related to this person, but it's affecting the energy and it's brought about conflict. So you're having to juggle and manage different things that you're not comfortable with. And this is having an effect on, obviously, your energy, on your mood, on how you're feeling about yourself, and it's having an effect on this relationship where there is a little bit of conflict, disagreement. And it seems to me you're really overwhelmed by everything that is happening, and some of you have really started to just pull back and recede inward, and your person, this new person, can't help but take it personally. Because you've been focusing on everything that you're wanting to fix and set straight, and all of these things that you are juggling that you should actually just put down, because it's other people's issues and expectations that you are trying to manage here, and you should just be focusing on yourself and your own life that you're building, but you're allowing these other people into your business in a way that has really just left you feeling depleted and closed off. Spirit is saying to me, I'm picking up the energy of Aries, who has the tendency to want to please people. And even though this blessing has been given to you from the heavens, you're focusing on everything that is annoying you and not going right and bumping up against you, and you don't realize that it is robbing you and cutting you off of the well-being that is supposed to be flowing into your life right now. And I think your person is trying to warn you about this. There seems to be an energy of addiction and codependence that keeps you in this in the bondage of constantly people pleasing and in over investing, trying to make everybody happy at your own expense. For some of you Aries, this is your person. Take it as it resonates. Where you have taken a leap of faith towards this person, and they've got all of these things going on in their life, all these friends and family members that have way too much say in their personal life and in what they're doing. They're spending way too much time with them. It's drama. There's some sort of addictive behavior in association to their relationship or codependence. And your person seems to be shutting down emotionally, and spirit wants you to know this is why, because of where their focus is. And you're trying to warn them about these relationships, but you also don't want to overstep, because we can't tell adults what to do. We come along, they already have these existing relationships, and now it seems like you wanna get involved. There's just this awareness that perhaps you don't realize how much of a hold this toxic habit has, this codependent behavior has on this person. Because this is still fairly new, and you're obviously focusing on your person independent of their lifestyle and everything else. But I'm getting the message from Spirit to let you know that this is, we are so free we can choose bondage, and the belief, the patterns, the addiction here, the codependence here, has this person in bondage, even though they can just walk away from it. In mental bondage, it's really strong. And you need to ask yourself, is this something that you want to have to wrestle? Because it's not worth it. Not worth it. Your person has to come to the place, if you push up against these things, even though your person can be so much happier if they set themselves free, if you push up against it, it'll only make it stronger. This is between your person and themselves, and you need to do what is best for you, and you need to take a comfortable step back from this situation and let your person deal with it. And just make sure that you are okay regardless of whatever. Because this is definitely someone that feels like they're in prison. This person is blind and doesn't see a way out of this, except you. This person expects you to just tolerate this. And for those of you who this resonates with directly, this is something that is definitely going to pinch you off from the blessings that are being bestowed upon you currently. This is an opportunity to make a different choice. How many times are you going to make the same choice over and over? Take it as it resonates. I do feel like this is a soulmate connection, so it's a very, very strong one. And you guys are willing to be patient and to move so in whichever direction is necessary for this to become what it needs to become. What I'm saying is the old paradigm that a relationship means I take on your crap and you take on my crap no longer applies. We've awoken. We've come to realize that I am an individual and I have my journey and I get to move through my illusions and delusions, and I get to break those mirrors if I choose. Programs, I've got my own upgrades taking place. You've got your own upgrades taking place. Your stuff is your stuff. You have the capacity to deal with what it is you need to deal with and have chosen to deal with in this life. And it's yours. It's your work. I get to decide what I let into my space. You get to decide what you let into your space. But I love you unconditionally. I'm not going to allow what you choose, whether it is an upset that you decide to allow into your life today, or whether you make an unhealthy decision for yourself. I am going to stand in a place of pure compassion, which means I'm not attached to your outcomes. I'm compassionate to your journey and your process because I know and understand you've got this. And that you have the free will to choose your dis-ease, and even your dis-ease is propelling you forward. So I don't have to fret or stress about your dis-ease. You already are doing that on your own because you've just stepped in, you just stepped onto hot coal. I don't have to experience the burning feet as well. But I love you, and those things, the coal and the fire that you keep letting into your house on a day-to-day basis, I'm ignoring that. I'll invite you over to my place for dinner now and then, and we'll have a nice time. And as far as I can do that, I will be present for you. I will love you unconditionally, the part of you that is real and is true. But these things that you are still dabbling in, I'm not going to give energy to, because I'm not going to allow them to have power over me too. And sometimes that means that you are woven closer together as you move forward. Sometimes that means that your path, that the weaving that is your relationship is sometimes torn, and that's okay, because it can be mended once again. It's, we attach so much to an idea of how something is supposed to look, when ultimately you came into this life experience on your own, and you're going to leave here on your own. And you really, when you love someone, you want to give them the best version of yourself. So why do you focus so much on the version of your person that is not at its best? Because we want to fix it, and we don't realize that the more we try to knock something into place, the more we give that distortion power. The hole in the wall gets bigger. I hope that makes sense to you guys, because you need to. It's going to be very challenging for you if you are going to be overly attached to your person, as if you are one person moving through every aspect of your life together, because this person does have toxic patterns. This person has issues with addiction and codependence, and you've come into your person's life to help them understand that love is unconditional, and it is not about attaching. It's not about holding on to something. It's not about finding things outside of yourself to fill what you consider to be a void. It's about awakening to the truth that you are whole, that you've come here whole, okay? And to be gentle with yourself. If you are not at a place where you are able to do that. And you do find yourself getting drawn in, because we're human. And you do find yourself getting pulled into whatever's happening in your person's life and wanting to fix it and, then you are going to make this conflict your own. And then you need to have the wisdom to step away. But you do what is best for you, because this is what I'm seeing in this relationship. And I don't see this pattern just suddenly being erased tomorrow, even though that would be ideal. Your person is deeply rooted in the programming that is this pattern. Your person is aware and working towards setting themselves free. They are on a journey to do that, but this is not going to happen tomorrow. It's not going to happen next month. Okay? So you've got some decisions to make. Okay, that is your message with regards to a present person. For those of you who this resonates with, this is a very, very specific message for a collective of Aries. It's not going to resonate with everyone, but for those of you who it does resonate with, please know you are incredibly loved, and so is your person. Your person's guides and keepers are guiding your person through the path of least resistance. This is the process, this is the journey, and it's part of our contrast, which is necessary for our expansion. And this is actually really good. It contributes to your person's growth and to the person that this loved one is becoming. Okay, so that's your message. If it resonates, please comment, let me know how. I love reading your comments. And if you are not staying for the money and career reading, I'm just going to take a look into what's happening for you with money, in relation to money during the month of April. If you're not staying for that, then thank you for staying this far, and I hope you enjoyed the reading and the energy. Do what is best for you. If you're interested in a personal reading, or you'd like to start doing your own spiritual growth process work, you're welcome to contact me for coaching. My email is in the description box below. Whatever you choose to do, do what is best for you. Love and light. Right. Aries, we are taking a look at what's happening for you in the area of money, career, business, whatever it may be for you during the month of April. Let's see what Spirit wants to bring through for you, what sort of messages, what sort of guidance, what can you expect? Okay, so I'm going to look at where you are up to this point. What, just look at a sort of current past energy with money for you, and then what you can expect moving forward. So Spirit is saying to me, Aries, your focus has really been on your emotional health. You've struggled you've struggled emotionally in the past, and it's affected your money. But you had no choice but to focus on your emotional health, because you did feel like it was in big trouble at one point. This led you to really coming to a healthier place mentally, where your guides have taken you through a process of healing the mind, your beliefs, your thoughts, your patterns around money. I do see that there was a phase of restoration where you did feel money was really blocked, and this must have been really stressful for you. And then suddenly things turned around. You received communication of a new opportunity or of money coming in, and this changed everything. So, but obviously you are aware, there's still this fear that you can find yourself back in the situation that you were in before, and you don't want that. So you are currently focusing on how you can make better decisions with money so that you don't find yourself in the same situation that you did in the past. Okay, so what is April looking like for Aries in the area of money? Look, as I said right at the beginning, in the intro I said to you, the energy of the number 7 is here, collaborating, bringing people together, and making the most of your opportunities and of the people around you, in your team, in your life, that are wanting to contribute to your ideas, your goals, your aspirations, your plans, your whatever it is, in a positive way, and your ability of tapping into that. Some of you are making new investments, starting new businesses, moving into new opportunities in the workplace that absolutely bring favor in the area of money. So that cycle is closed for you and abundance coming in. And where you felt burdened in the past, you're reaching the end of that. There is going to be some sort of surprise, something collapsing in your life that you didn't realize in the past actually had a toxic effect on you. It could be in relation to family or business or career, someone that you're trusting, or the company that you've been investing in a lot of time and energy, or a particular direction that you've really been pushing energy into, and now coming to realize that in hindsight you didn't actually realize that that was causing depletion for you. Maybe taking care of a family member that is codependent, that should in essence be independent, and is draining your abundance. Why? Because in their energy of lack, they pull you into focusing on their lack so that you can try and constantly fill that hole, and that calibrates you to the fact that that there is lack present in the world, because you're not aware of the fact that that person has their own guidance system and should be able to take care of themselves, and then you're calibrated to the lack that really bothers you in that person's life because it's a loved one or it's a friend, and you don't realize you start attracting lack. So for some that's going to resonate, but there is some of you are opening your eyes to the fact that part of your depletion has been that you've been pouring into empty cups instead of reinvesting in self, and reinvesting in what you would then consider the right places. But absolutely, this is a favorable phase that has started in your life Aries, from the perspective of money. We've got the Wheel of Fortune here, we've got the 10 of Coins. This is financial stability, but not only financial stability, emotional stability, and a beautiful new partnership that can be coming into your life as a result. This is obvious. This is me seeing where this takes you. It's coming through for me like a premonition that you being in this place absolutely lines you up with attracting someone of this kind of energy that also really comes in dynamic with amazing ideas about how to handle money, opening your eyes to new ways of being in your relationship with money, and helping you to make better investments, and to just treat your money better, and to let more in. A power couple sort of energy. I don't feel that this person's in your life yet, Aries. I feel like this is a premonition. But regarding money, there are some changes going to come about. You're making changes regarding money. You don't have to worry that this new energy that's come in, this Wheel of Fortune that's come in the upright, that it's suddenly going to go back down and you're going to find yourself in the same place. I see that it's favorable moving forward. Do yourself a favor. Don't entertain the fear and the anxiety. Focus on the abundance that is present today. And what happens tomorrow is it's just another today, and the day after is just another today, and just be deliberate about that. Okay, so this is really good news for you, Aries, and I hope that really puts your mind at ease. That you don't have anything to worry about. In fact, if you worry about it, you're just pinching it off, but you can't actually destroy the abundance that is coming into your life. Okay, so that is your message. If it resonates in any way, you're welcome to comment. In fact, I really like reading your comments. And if you haven't liked the video yet, please go ahead and like it now. Thank you for staying all the way to the end. Thank you for sharing in my energy. Love and light to you. If you're interested in a personal reading, you're welcome to contact me. My email is in the description box below. Do what is best for you, Aries. I'll see you next time. Bye now.